Hi, the book I did for Vera B. Williams is A Chair for My Mother. And I chose to do this book because when I was younger, my mom actually read this to me a few times, and which was rare because she didn't really read me many stories. And I remembered little bits and pieces of it, of how it talked about the idea of caring and helping out others in times of need. So I figured it'd be a good book to teach to younger kids to try to install that lesson in them early. So basically, the book is there's a grandmother, a mother, and a daughter, and they live in a house and they have this jar where they take all their coins and extra change where they put it in the jar and try to save up because they're trying to buy a new chair for the house. Once they have all the change in the jar that they can hold, they take the jar and they're going to go buy a new chair with it. But the issue in the story is when they go to do that, when they go to get the chair, is their house catches on fire and burns down. So the mother and the daughter come back and they're searching frantically for their grandmother and the mom's mother, who is standing outside of the house. She is safe and everything is okay, but everything in the house is burnt down and destroyed. They went to live with their aunt, which is the daughter's mother's sister, for the time being because their house was unlivable. So while they're living there, neighbors, friends, and just everybody in the community started bringing them things like pots and pans, food, chairs, accessories, clothes, and things like that. And I would want my students to realize that in times of need, everybody needs to come together and work to help the people that need it. Because in a community, the only way a community is successful is if everybody is working in the same direction. If somebody is in trouble and everybody turns away and doesn't care about what is happening, then the community really isn't going to work that well. And also, when people know that there are other people out there for them, it makes them feel better inside, and it makes life just feel better. It also might get them to do their part in the community more when they realize, okay, there's people that are looking out for me, so I'm going to, in return, look out for other people. And I think that is a very valuable lesson to teach students. Just like if somebody in class doesn't have a pencil or pen and they ask another student, hey, could I borrow a pen or pencil? And you let them borrow a pencil, even if that seems like something so small, that could make the child's day that needed the pen or pencil. Because maybe their parents aren't able to get them the supplies that they need, but you just helped them and made them realize that, hey, this person's looking out for me and helping me. What I would try to do with my students is just ask the class in general, can you remember a time where there was somebody in need, whether it's your friends, family, even an animal, where you went and you helped them during the time? It might be getting them supplies, getting them anything that they needed, or just being emotional support for them. So, say somebody lost a family member and you just went over and just sat with them and just, even if there wasn't any talking, you were just there for them during the moment. So, I would like my class to come up and present to everybody in the class what they had done to help somebody in need. And I feel like those stories can rub off on each other and they can have different effects on different people. So, hopefully, when all the stories are said, the children will want to help out others more. And maybe the classroom, in a sense, will be a safer environment because they realize that if they work together and have the same common goal of keeping everybody safe and everybody happy and making sure that nobody is harmed in any way, then the classroom will be a better learning environment and they will be able to obtain more knowledge and information. And I think it's also crucial to tell them a point that I saw in the book where so they were working up to the point of buying a new chair, and they had to save change in order to afford that. So when they finally got to the point and they went to do it, everything came crashing down. And students and children need to understand that you can work to a goal, but when you get to the point where you think you made it and you're about to accomplish it, things could go bad. It could not work out for you, or it could work out for you. But ultimately, you have to deal with the situation. There's nothing you can really do. It's out of your control. It's hard to worry about things that you can't control. Is the way I look at it. So instead of looking at it, my house burned down and I lost everything that I own. Look at it in a sense where the community has your back. There's people out there that care about you, and what's more important in a sense that there's people, family members, friends, strangers that care about you and your well-being and how you're going to be in life, or materialistic items like a chair, a house, clothes. In my opinion, the most important thing is having people to care for you, because if you don't have anyone to care for you, then there's really no point of doing anything in a sense, I believe. Just because the whole reason we have all these material items and stuff is for other people to see and notice, and if no one cares or notices you or anything like that, then it doesn't really matter. And the standards I found that would go along with this are key ideas and details, PKR1, participate in discussions about a text, and also key ideas and details. 2R1, develop and answer questions to demonstrate an understanding of key ideas and details in the text. And I think that last standard would work because I'd want to see if my students would figure out the message of when something goes south, there are people and situations out there that can help you. I want to see if they are able to understand that before I deliver that message to them. And if they are, great. And if not, I'll try to see if there's a better way I could have read the book maybe or pause or ask questions throughout reading the book where they could have understand that during the process. Thank you.